the meaning sink like the sun goes down. Never close to heaven, feel my feet were burning from the same red hot ground. There's blood on my hands, there's blood on my hands, yeah, there's blood. It's getting hard to listen when the clock is ticking, counting down the days gone by, praying for an answer to another question that will only please you dry. You won't understand with your head in the sand, no you won't. But I'll kiss the crown.
You are everything that's wrong with this city!
Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
I got love on my fingers, lust on my tongue. You say you got nothing, so come out and get some. Heartache to heartache, I'm your wolf, I'm your man. I see one little monster before you know who I
Are those boots or, like, slipper socks?
I know how you're expecting me to start this. Marvel's Spider-Man really makes you feel like Spider-Man. Well, it does. Be kinda weird if it didn't. Insomniac put so much work into polishing this game, particularly when swinging across Manhattan. There's a really satisfying rhythm to moving across the city and ways to maintain momentum even when you're higher than the surrounding buildings. Running up walls, gaining momentum, and skirting the ground all feel really good and manage to make movement across the city a surprisingly engaging experience.
Guess you're ready, 'cause I'm waiting for you. It's gonna be so exciting. Got this feeling really deep in my soul. Let's get out, I wanna go. Come along, get it on.
Combat is quite challenging on this spectacular difficulty.
Pizza time.
There are several enemy types that require different strategies. Shield opponents can't be fought from the front, but you can slide under them for a butt kick, toss their shields back to them, or let go early for whatever this is. Jumping off walls provides a more hefty strike. Tougher enemies can be knocked into the air, and you can often get baddies to engage in friendly fire. Melee combat is a balance between offense and defense, requiring you to manage enemies effectively. And when you pull this off, it is one of the smoothest, most satisfying fighting games around. To reduce the challenge of combat, Spidey has a manner of hot goo-based gadgets. The standard web slinger, great for web hugging your bros and whipping them into other bros. The impact web for sticking bros to walls. The completely overpowered web ball.
My main goal is to blow up.
Electric webs. And there's the suspension matrix, concussion blast, and spider drone. I don't know why you have these, Spidey.
What kind of hero electrifies people?
The story is good, and at times it can get pretty heavy, but for the most part it's general audiences safe, and often has some silly stuff. Spider-Man is a really fun character. It's something about his attitude.
Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
You know, as elevator shafts go, this is pretty nice.
Mary Jane, on the other hand, is the worst. At one point, she says,
"When you're done in there, we should talk."
Then upon calling her, she texts him, "Not ready to talk yet."
Fuck you! I ain't having that
that shit!
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is.
You know, this is exactly why we broke up.
I thought we broke up so you could focus on your career.
You serious?
But unreasonable love interests aside, there's Jefferson Davis, a man who can Lara Croft jump and deal with a car crash like it's no big deal.
Oh, what the fuck ever!
Aunt May, who is just delightful.
Grab an apron, wash your hands, and I'll show you around.
And Martin Lee, a suspiciously nice man, some might even label Mr. Positive, who keeps a very realistic photograph in his office. Something that really bothers me about the characters in this game is that they are really stupid.
Oh, we have a couple of CRTs at school. I know how to fix these when
CR,
they're...
what? No, you just gotta smack it a couple times. Get it. Go!
Or...
Whether it's bad guys who just don't see you, or this gallery attendant that lets you take a photograph of something you shouldn't, or Aunt May not noticing a surprise party being set up behind her. With characters this daft, it's no wonder Spider-Man is constantly saving the day. And on that topic, this game throws around the idea that Spider-Man may be causing more harm than he undoes, and sometimes they're totally correct. In this scene, Spider-Man attempts to stop a helicopter from escaping, but instead knocks over a crane. A crane! Sure, he saves people from the mess, but it was all to stop a helicopter he could have just followed. Which he does anyway.
I know what you did! Whole city saw that crane fiasco!
When you're not playing as Spider-Man, you're playing as Miles Morales or Mary Jane, and it's awful. Mary Jane's gameplay is usually so interrupted or scripted.
No time, Hunter! What a start, what a strategy!
And these stealth sections are so dull. There is, however, a level where you guide Spider-Man. And even then I was like, let me play him! Cause Spidey stealth works much better than Mary Jane's stealth.
Control, I heard something.
Snoring now.
How's it looking? Convoy could be ready?
Even though this is after Peter Parker's time at the Daily Bugle, he still carries around his handy camera for important stuff and definitely not selfies. This is me on a high building. This is me about to stop a mugging. This is me watching civil liberties slowly stripped away in a once great city. This is me in a fight for my life against a maniac with a glowing sword. And this is me with a small cat with a hat.
Hello, small cat with a hat. I'm happy that you're here.
As any good hero, Spidey faces off against several villains in this title, including Shocker, Rhino, Vulture, Electric Guy, Scorpion, BoJack Horseman, the Lizard, and Mr. Negative. There's also Doc Ock, aka Angry Four Eyes, and I'm allowed to say that because I wear glasses. Open world games have a reputation for being very repetitive, and this one has plenty of outdoor activities. There's backpack collecting, landmark photography, and towers. Can't make an open world game without towers! And there's more complicated stuff like Harry's research stations, find a small cat minigame, and my personal favorite, tasks from the Taskmaster. These are different challenges which help Taskmaster study you so he can come out of nowhere and hand you back your ass, and if you fail, and that's it. Better luck next time. You don't see options too often anymore on console games, or games. So I was surprised to see that you can turn off the motion blur and the film grain. And there are accessibility options as well, like being able to skip these puzzles and QuickTime Event Autocomplete, which turns into the most boring cinematics ever. Please stop. But accessibility is a very important element in gaming, and if this is what you need to enjoy Spider-Bro, then more power to you. I'd choose to skip this bullshit any day. I love Spider-Man, just in general. I still enjoy the films. Ultimate Spider-Man was my jam. Spider-Man on PS1? Yes, please. technology. So I'm pretty excited that one of my favorite developers got a chance to throw webs with the best of them. Sure, Marvel Spider-Man has its AAA moments, boring missions, and hand-holding as fuck tutorial system, but it's an absolute blast to kick ass in a spider mask, and that's what I came here for.
So tell me why you gotta kick me when I'm down.